Hey folks, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo, new time, 9:30 Pacific on Thursdays. Hope you can join. And come and comment. We're talking about the, I'm going to share this. We're talking about the conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune. And then, as I said last week, in the upcoming weeks, there's going to be a whole slew of planets in Pisces. So Jupiter and Neptune are both in the Pisces constellation right now. And so it's very exciting. So let me see. Hang on, because I want to go back in time. 1856 was the last time that Jupiter and Pisces were conjunct. And wait, what am I saying? Okay, hi, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo. Want to help you get your mojo back. So if you're not familiar with me, I talk about transformational astrology and that the planets don't do anything to you. We live in a cooperation with the cosmos so that when the planets make a move, you feel it. When you make a move, it's reflected by way of aspects and angles in an astrological chart. It's all about your choices. So let's see. I'm going to share the transits. Let's see if we can get this going live. All right. So here we are right now, and you can see that this is in actual time and it's moving. Exciting, isn't it? It's very cool. Let me see if I could do it this way. There we go. Now I'm not so tiny. Okay, so Jupiter is 22 degrees. Hey, Ricard is here. Hi, Lorraine. Jupiter is 22 degrees of Pisces at 51 minutes, and Neptune is at 23 degrees. So isn't this a fascinating program? I love this program. And what we're looking at is Venus is also in the constellation of Pisces, and very soon to follow will be Mars. And then on April 26th, the moon will join. So we've got a whole lot of Pisces energy. And, a lot of times people think Pisces is all, it's nebula. What's behind me? And it's magical. And it can be that. It can also be addictive. It can be cynical. It can be righteous. It can be an energy that represents the part of you that is has an ideal vision and is going to do whatever it takes to get there. So it's not just and it can be, Pisces energy can be also medical, and inviting the vibrational field of medicine, that couples with Uranus as well and Aquarius. Riccara wants to know, what's the program? It is now a defunct program called the Time Cycles Research. They no longer make it or upgrade it, but it has been the program I have used for over 35 years. Thanks to my husband, Dean, who got it for me. He met Michael Luton on a plane, and that was the astrologer for Vanity Fair many, many years ago. And Dean was buying me an astrology program, unbeknownst to me. And so he asked Michael, well, what's the best way to go? And he said Time Cycles for Mac. But Time Cycles sold out, and after many years. Anyway, I love it. I still use it, and it works for me. So when we're looking at this, let me see if I can make it smaller. Does it work? No, but I'm going to point out some things here. Look at the little Earth. That's that cute. So we've got Jupiter conjunct or cojoined Neptune, and that means within 8 degrees. And so this intensifies our experience. It's not the planets that are doing it. It's just that we feel, all right, I want to make a little magic happen, and I want to get real about it, and I want to have this thing work, and let's look at what is possible. So I always sometimes look back in history, and I see what went on in the year 1856. Sigmund Freud was born. Isn't that something? And what he did for medicine and psychology is fascinating. And then there was several wars broke out. I think war is always breaking out on this planet, but several wars broke out. There was a huge, horrible hurricane, wiped out a whole slew of people. There was some medical advancements. There was a lot of political overturning, surprise things in America. And I'm just trying to find the page where I had that. No, that's not it. Okay. Oh, the United States. Here we go. So let's see. Seton Hall University went into being, founded by the Archdiocese of Newark Bishop James Roosevelt Bailey, who was a cousin of President Theodore Roosevelt. So Seton Hall became a thing during a Pisces, Jupiter. Okay, this is fascinating. Okay, just that one topic alone. During a Pisces Jupiter conjunction, not only was Sigmund Freud born, but Seton Hall University came into being. And Seton Hall University was founded by a religious institution and a learning institution, right? So the combination. So let's look at that spirituality. And let me do that here. So Jupiter is all about expansion through higher education and also through higher vibes, through religion and spirituality, travel and publishing. And Neptune can be the definition for spirituality and the nebula, and also science minded. So when things come into being during moments like this, when we see, oh, even though the sun is in Aries, let's go forward, let's do something new, let's, the northern hemisphere is celebrating spring. The southern hemisphere is celebrating the beginning of autumn. And in both instances, there is a renewal of energy. So things can die in autumn, right? But then there is a feeling of relief that can come. In spring, things are bursting through the ground. That is a feeling of inspiration. In either instance, the exact opposites can equal the same energy. So this conjunction here with Saturn and Mars and Venus, it's a conjunction, is telling us that we are ready to burst forth and do something new. So what is it that has gotten your attention lately? What is it that you really want to be doing? And is it the dream that you are saying yes to? Because expanding on the dream means allowing yourself to resonate at a different frequency. That is a combination of Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter is the expansion of Neptune, representing the frequency of mysticism, and you are made up of that frequency. So, anything outside of yourself that you bring into your world is a direct result of your frequency. Now, are you emitting one thing at a time? Never. You're never emitting one feeling or thought or vibration. It's a combination, right? You're always pulsing something. So I think it's important when you look at, in astrology, people will say, oh, that planet is conjunct that planet, and that means, something magical is going to happen to me. Well, how would that happen? The only way that can happen is if you believe that you are insignificant and or beholden to someone else's or a higher power or something outside of yourself and their definition and their actions. That's the only way that might arise, but really you're not a puppet, and you're the one who's in control and has the power. So it doesn't mean you don't have crap days or crap moments, or you feel sad or you get frustrated, you get angry. We have that. That's what we are doing on this planet. Okay, please understand that the earth is the playground for merging biology with divinity. And that vibration, and I'm not talking religion because that is limiting, but I'm not downing religion. For some people, it's the hope of their lifetime, and it serves them. But what I'm saying is go beyond that expansion, Jupiter, go beyond that in Pisces, the magical dream. What can you imagine and then bring into being? The earth is the playground for physical manifestation of those two merging together. Does that make sense? Let me just check in. Hey, Lucy's here. Hi, Teresa. All right. Okay. Yes. Give me a thumbs up. Whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, please like, share, subscribe. And remember that you can always go to Astrology Mojo, even though it is a work in progress. We have so many things on our plates right now, and we're spinning plates, but we're having fun with it. Go to Astrology Mojo, and you can get a chart, a free chart, if you don't already have one. And during this time of reinvention, which I think is every moment of every day is the possibility, but especially now, because every once in a while, I look at something and go, oh yeah, it's time to rework that. Like you clean out your closets, right? I look at my website and go, okay, we got to find somebody. We're going to find somebody and we're going to rework that, and we're going to upgrade it. So during this phase right now, everyone's being upgraded. Now, some people don't like the feeling of being upgraded, so they don't want to do anything, so they resist. So how does resistance show up in your world? Anybody want to take a gander at how resistance shows up in your life? Well, how about frustration? How about judgment? Not evaluation. There's a distinction. How about anger or rage? How about those feelings of insecurity or procrastination? Those are all offshoots of resistance. Because the moment you don't want to be doing something, whatever it is, I don't want to clean the dishes. I don't want to call the insurance company. Oh my God, I called American Airlines for something and I'm still waiting for a call back. Right. So the moment that, and this has just actually happened in our house, but the moment that you put up any kind of resistance is the moment you output a frequency that stops your creations. So you could be going forward in time, looking at, I just have to make this. I wonder if I can. Let's see if I can make it smaller. Oh, did it work? Did it work? No, it's still the same size. Okay. You could be going through something in your world and saying, I want to do this thing. And then you get in touch with people, you make phone calls, you get it all together and you start to move forward and you see progress with a relationship, with a job, with your health, with your well-being, with painting a picture, writing music, a book. It doesn't matter what it is. You're expanding on something that gives you joy. The moment you resist something else in your world is the moment you stop the joy from expanding, because nothing is separate. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Because if it doesn't make sense, then you might feel even more frustrated at, why is this thing not happening? Well, take a deep breath. It's not happening because some part of you just, had a hissy fit over spilt milk or breadcrumbs, or the insurance company didn't call you back, or your taxes got doubled, or they changed your phone service and you lost your contacts, and right, it's like stuff is happening all the time. And people who I know to be consciously working on themselves, they meditate, they get clear, and that's the best you can do. You can't change anyone else ever. You cannot change people. And but you can only change yourself. And when you change yourself, you alter your vibration. And when you alter your vibration, you bring different things to you. As we see here, the South Node, which represents been there, done that, or also, toxic and don't ever want to do it again. South Node in Scorpio is actually trine, is a positive angle to Jupiter and Neptune. And that means you look at the past and go, wow, did I really do that? I can't believe. I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday who's a Pisces and who's a Sagittarius rising. Jupiter is guided by, Jupiter guides Sagittarius and Neptune guides Pisces. And it was very funny because I was talking about my past and my, in my 20s and what I did. And she said to me, I can't believe you did that. You actually did that. You thought that you were that. And I was like, yeah. wow. But I was so free of the feeling of attachment that it was not a negative thing. At the time, it was a negative thing. But talking about it yesterday, so you see, the trine represents me being okay with the past. I'm done, forgiven, over. Bye-bye. See ya. Never to be again. So, if you can please look at parts of your life that you are frustrated with and you think something's got to change. And then you turn around, you look at everybody in your world and you go, and you're going to help me. They may not. They may not want to. They may not be ready. They may not know how. But if you can be kind in as many moments as possible, that is the hallmark of Jupiter and Neptune conjunct, because the compassion that moves out of your body, the compassion that you are, then creates worlds. What do you want to create? What do you want to do with that? Right? Does that make sense? Could you let me know that you're here? Uh, Now, I sometimes play with stones of the month, and amethyst is a stone that's really great for dreams coming true. This is my amethyst sphere that I've had forever. See the rainbow? Isn't that pretty? And today I'm wearing like all my purple stuff to celebrate Pisces. And when you have a like this, you're drawn to a color. Let's just say you're drawn to a color and you say, every time I look at green, I feel so fill in the blank. Every time I see yellow, I can't, or every time I see orange, I'm this way. I want you to see that as a way to alter your vibration. And by using color therapy, that's a big Neptune thing. And Jupiter likes to look at the science of something. Well, let's take a look at that. And in color therapy, blue, what's known in the advertising world, corporate blue, is what tells people that you can trust that company. So you'll see a lot of blue logos in major corporation, a lot of blue color, because the blue gives a calming response to people. Red, a lot of restaurants in dark browns or reds because it makes you hungry. It's clinically proven, right? So when you look at purple, you might think of dreams or mysticism or spirit, or you might think of it's cold and it's chilly. Well, I love purple, all shades of purple. Here's my mouse. Wait a minute. I have a hair tie. It's purple, right? So when I surround myself with this, I remember that when I play with these colors, and this is showerite. I also have a showerite that's purple. And I think to myself, okay, I want to vibrate that color. That's what I say in my head. I want to vibrate that color because that color means this to me. And if I do that, then I will feel this way. And I feel this way, then I can get that thing done over there. So sometimes you can use color. And now I'm going with the Pisces energy of artistry, color, music, which typically would be a Uranus thing for the electricity or the vibration of music. But Pisces is also music. Pisces can be words, and that can be poetry. So if you're feeling kind of in the doldrums, like, oh, I'm scattered, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, or I'm just like overdone, I'm toast. So quiet things down. Put things around you that support you, whether that be a small fountain, water feature for Pisces. It is represents a water sign. And you are over 70% water if you're an adult. The earth is more water than earth, right? So water carries vibration much faster. You blow a horn at a concrete wall or you blow a horn at a bowl of water. It goes faster through the water than it does through the concrete wall. So if you want to help yourself move energy and get to that place of feeling like, okay, whoops, let me do it this way. Okay, I see Jupiter and we're moving through time and there's the sun. I'm excited. Jupiter and Pisces are conjunct together, are within 8 degrees. Jupiter and Neptune are conjunct Pisces, constellation within 8 degrees. So you think about How can I motivate myself energetically? And once you do that, then you look at the sun in Aries with Mercury in Aries, also conjunct within 8 degrees. And that just intensifies, and it represents your intensity on that focus, whatever that focus is. And for Aries, it would be, I'm going to plant a garden. I want to weed the garden. I want to get outside. I need to move. I need to move my body. It's, go hiking, biking, walking, take a class, get out, be with people, be interactive. Okay. Pisces is a mutable sign, which means it can flit and bounce and move like fish in water. And if you want to expand through something that is fluid, then we look at water, music, color, something that is that doesn't have boundaries to it. So planting, putting your hands in the soil, doing something with words, whether that be writing a letter to someone, a poem, even, when our kid was in the house and I would make a shopping list, and our kid is an artist, and they would draw little doodles and pictures of the list I had. So it's like milk, they would draw a little carton, or, berries, they would have like a bowl of berries. And it made the experience of, okay, what comes next, which is getting in the car, going to the store, having to deal with traffic, all that stuff. It made it whimsical. So I want you to think about adding some magic and whimsy to your life right now. All right. Does that make sense to you? How does that feel? Because if you're not moving that energy, you're going to get stuck, and stuck equals resistance. Let me just pull a card for everyone right now. And thanks for showing up at my new time. Please pass the word along. I'm going to shuffle the universal. Wait a minute. There it is. Universal deck, law of conscious creation. And to think about the way we can utilize a Pisces thing. Now, the one drawback of the parts of ourselves that want to get lost. Oh, I love that feeling. I love that movie. I love that song. I love that season. I love that person. I love sleeping. I love that glass of wine. I love that bowl of potatoes. You have to watch where you're expanding. Are you expanding in denial? Because that's another aspect of Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to look over there. It's ugly. Okay, that's okay. And people have this idea that if you ignore it, it goes away. Well, to some degree, it does. Because I can turn on a television and I can change the channel and go, oh my gosh, news war, news pandemic, news war. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm not hiding my head in the sand. I know it exists. I have a particular feeling or belief about it. And I'm going to put love on it. I'm going to put practicality on it. I'm not going to put judgment. I'm not going to regurgitate the story of, oh my God, did you hear what happened? Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, wow. And just because then you put a vibe in the world that serves no purpose. Now, if you want entertainment, that's why you watch, Inventing Anna or something on Netflix. And you go, oh my God, I can't believe that was a real person. That's where you put that dramatic energy. Neptune is made for the theater and the stage. So instead of making it about your friend, your family, your own world, like, oh, and this and that, how many times are you telling the same story over and over and over again? If it's a negative story, then there has to be a stopping point. And then there needs to be a switch. If you want to have conscious awareness, if you want to manifest the things more easily in your life that you would like to attain, you need to switch from to my needs are met, my life is magical. Every day works out for me. There has to be a switch. So turn off that news. Turn the channel. Change the channel. You are a natural born channel. You can bring excuse me, energy through your body from every light in the universe. Ask yourself, when is the last time I actually imagined that I could pull light in from a star? I'm just going to get rid of this for a moment and just go here. Right? So let's imagine, oopsie. Let's imagine I can just breathe in clusters and galaxies and nebula. What would that feel like? Expansion, because you see the outline of a body and you think, well, I'm just stuck inside my own four walls. No, illusion. Neptune. How would you like to expand? Breathe it in and then look at that issue you have in your life and reduce, dial down the resistance that you have around an issue. And, it's like, the incredulity. People will go, I can't believe it. I've called them 15 times. What the blat? I can't believe it. Or I've told them a million. If you're talking to a child, okay, that's one thing. That's called rearing children. Okay. Oh, I got one card I want to talk about, but but when you move into incredulity about, I can't believe my neighbor. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you regurgitate the same vibration over and over again. You're in a state of resistance. That stops all your other dreams from coming true. Do you get it? I hope so. Because, okay, polarity. Now we have got green screen, so it might be polarity. Polarity, bringing in the opposites. If you are in an extreme place, and then you swing to the other side, that's not positive or negative. However, excuse me, you need to find yourself in the middle so that you experience both and then come to that place and the calibration of what is true for you. Polarity is seeing the opposite or being the opposite of what you would like. And then saying, all right, if I am someone who typically, I dive in, I answer that question, I lean forward. Now I'm going to sit back. Now I'm going to listen. Now I'm not going to be the first one to speak. So it's up to you to really see what's coming next. All right, one more card before we close for the day. And Teresa says, I'm always at peace when close to the water. That's beautiful. All right, how to utilize this Pisces energy with Jupiter and Neptune. And take this with you. Whoopsie. And take it with you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, rhythm. I like that. Rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm. And the number is 38, 11, 2. So 2, polarity, 7, getting close to the spiritual nature of you. The rhythm, if you're on a groove, like, did you ever notice this? You're in a groove and you just like, you're talking, you're going, you're moving, you're blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly you're angsty. You wake up in the morning and you had the peaceful night's sleep. And the first 3 thoughts as you wake up is, oh, I forgot to do that thing. Well, I would have done that thing. It would have been easier if so-and-so helped me. And I did ask them, but they never called me. And then you go right into the spiral down. That is the negative side that Pisces represents. That is the negative side that Jupiter represents. Jupiter can also represent big time judgment and arrogance. So if you find yourself in a rhythm that takes you to a cranky, angsty, less than happy place, I'm going to advise that you slow it down with some breath. You listen to some music. You have some water. You bathe. You go swimming. You take a walk. You find things in your mind that bring you to the present moment of gratitude. Expand on gratitude and what's magical in your world. And then the resistance falls away. And then what comes next is more expansion on the dream that you've been pursuing. All right, there it is. All right, we'll be back next week The new time, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And I hope you can join me. So please come back, and thanks for being here. And like, share, subscribe. And you can go to astrologymojo.com and get your free chart if you haven't gotten it yet. And yeah, okay. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you for being, and thank you for being here. I so appreciate you. Have a beautiful day, everybody.